So today we're talking about what to do before year end. At December 31st, you're pretty much locked in. You can't go back and fix mistakes, really. You can't go back and change transactions. You can change the classification, but there's a lot that you can't do. So today, I'm going to walk you step by step through what I think you should do, what actions you can take, what at least you need to check and verify. So come on, let's get into it. If you don't know me, my name's Chris. I'm a CPA of 30 years, a financial advisor of 30 years. I'm a real estate investor of about 20 years. I don't just talk the talk. I've done these things. I have clients to this day that I manage on a daily basis. That's why these videos get tough sometimes. But here I focus on solutions, real solutions. If you want to be part of our community, then join, subscribe. Costs you nothing. Just subscribe. Come back every day. We are going to navigate these things together with common sense, simple, down to earth, actionable things. It's not that difficult, and I'm going to clarify it for you. So come on. The first thing that I think you need to do, just get your books in order. Go back through your general ledger. Look for things that are miscategorized. You really want to focus on looking for things that are in your balance sheet as opposed to your income statement. Go back and make sure you didn't classify something as an expense that really isn't. Could be a owner distribution. It could be a personal expense. So many times I've seen people come to me with a profit and loss statement. They say, I didn't make much money this year. Here's my profit and loss. The first thing I do is look at it and I see obvious signs. And I'm like, no, I need to see the general ledger. And they've got things coded, classified as expense that aren't expense. They have income missing, and it's all hidden up in the balance sheet. And if they would have done a proper set of books, they would have known that. I mean, why would you own a business that you don't keep your books and records in good order? So if you don't know, get help. Get help. Doesn't have to be a CPA. It can be just a bookkeeper who knows what they're doing. Just get help with that. But that's the first thing. Realize that you can get your financial records in order, and that's going to be what you need to get to your CPA anyway. Home office. Get your measurements together, document the stuff, get your photos together if you need to. Documentation is key. It is not an automatic audit. Now's the time to look at estimated tax payments. If you typically owe, you technically have till January 15th to make the fourth quarter. But look, if you typically owe and you don't like paying that penalty and interest every year, make estimated tax payments. Listen to what your accountant, your CPA gives you regarding estimated tax payments. Try to make those, but now's a good time. If you don't want to pay that penalty again, pay at least 100% of the prior year's tax, or if you're a high income earner, 110%. Now, if you haven't been making those payments every quarter up until now, you're still going to have some penalties and interest because you didn't make April's, June's, September's, and now you're making it all at the end. It helps, it's good, but at that point, man, get an extension. If you pay your tax or you do a good estimate, get an extension. Gives you time to get the books in order, gives you time to make sure you have all your documentation. It gives you time. It's not an automatic audit. I've done a video on that. But if you make your estimated tax payments before the end of the year, then get an extension if you want. Don't wait till the last minute again, though. That's what most of you do. A lot of you do. I know. But do that. Mileage. Take the time, because your CPA, your tax preparer, is going to call you one day in the near future and say, hey, you didn't give me your mileage. And you say, oh, it's the same as last year. Quit doing that. We don't deduct things that are the same as last year. It's not correct. I need your mileage. Send me your mileage log. And you say, huh? What's a mileage log? Get an app. I like an app called Mile IQ. I always have. It works really good. You get in the car, you got the phone with you, it's tethered to you like an infant. Get the app. Swipe left for business, swipe right for personal. Now you've got a digital log. I have clients who send me that thing and I love it. It's a full year's worth of digital logs documenting 100% of everything the IRS needs. They just don't need to know your mileage. They need to know from where, to see who, and why. You document that in the app. But if you don't have the app, it's too late now. But at least sit down and recreate mileage. Do the best that you can. I've had audits where I've been successful in them allowing me to recreate. The IRS is not out to get you. They're not. They're reasonable people. The agents are reasonable people. They're just doing a job. So if you have to recreate to the best of your ability. Do the best that you can, but start doing it now. This will give you what you need to plug in to your estimates. So you need to know your mileage. All right. Don't forget the related things. Tolls, parking, travel related to business, seminars. This is a good one. And I'm not going to give you the details because it can be a pitfall. You need to make sure you do it right. But you can prepay legitimate expenses. Expenses that you know, if you're cash basis taxpayer, expenses that you know are coming at the beginning of January, why not pay them? Expenses that you may owe if you're a cash basis taxpayer. If you don't know the difference between cash and accrual, I'll do a separate video. Drop me a note. I'll tell you the difference. If you guys want more of any of these topics, leave a message. That way I know you're watching. I'm happy to help. But if you have expenses that are coming up and you're a cash basis taxpayer, you can prepay some of those expenses. So that gives you a way. If you anticipate less income the next year, move expenses into this year. Look at that. Rent, insurance, subscriptions, software. It's the same thing we use for if you're right on the line of being able to itemize deductions versus not itemize deductions, and you give to a church every year, and you're just barely under that amount every year, bunch your deductions. Make 2 years of church donations in December. Do 2 years in 1 year. At the end of that year, do 27, 20, whatever. But you can do that. Don't forget professional development. I don't know if you're like me, but I'm constantly trying new software, new apps, trying to make everything better, my business better. So look at courses, coaching, conferences, that's travel, anything that you've done to enhance your ability to make money. That almost is where the line is drawn. You can't call a vacation to Hawaii because you need to de-stress professional development. Don't go too far with this. But anything you can do to enhance your income. There was a court case, funny story. There was a court case. A dancer had, let's just say, enhancement surgery. She deducted it, medical expense. It was challenged and she won. It was done to enhance and increase her income. So just look at that. Get with your CPA. Equipment. That's another thing. Do not, I repeat, do not go buy something you don't need. But if you're anticipating it, if you had a good year, if all these things align and it makes sense, do it now. Why wait? If you're thinking of doing it January, February, March, whatever, do it now. And that's just really a good a good area. I'm careful here because it works in the opposite. Let's just give you an example. If you buy a piece of equipment today and you finance it, you can go down. Let's say you're a farmer or rancher, buy a tractor, 50 grand, pay 5 grand down. You deduct all 50 grand. Shit. So for $5,000, you just got a $50,000 deduction. Here's the bad part. Now, next year and the years later, as you finance that thing, you've already written it off. So it works the opposite. See, a little bit of cash goes and gets you a big deduction. But later, the cash that pays for that deduction is not deductible. You've already deducted the thing. So be careful with that. But equipment, any kind of reinvestment in your business is a good idea. Again, talk to someone if you don't know. Cell phone, internet, this gets missed a lot, but just like with your vehicle, you keep track of business miles versus personal miles. The same way with your phone. Track your percentage of business use. It's not hard now. You can go in and pull a history, track it. Get your percentage of business use on that cell phone. The IRS just wants to see you make some effort to separate personal from business. That's all. Be sensible about this stuff. Make an effort to ascertain what's personal, what's business. You'll be fine 99% of the time. Retirement planning, this is a good one. Think about maximizing 401ks if you're in a 401k. If you've got a solo 401k in your business, now's the time to look at it and say, can I maximize that? Can I shelter or defer some of the tax on my income? And you have time still to do simple IRAs and traditional IRAs and SEP IRAs, but now's the time to start thinking about that. It's the end of the year. Health insurance. Don't forget about these things. Maximizing your HSA contributions. That goes right in there with 401ks. Clean up your documentation. It's what we talked about at the very beginning, but scan receipts, start to organize. If you've got time, scan your receipts, do screenshots of your purchases, get your bank recs done, update your business mileage, organize your statements, get it all ready in a PDF package. Now all you're waiting on is forms, right? So just get all that stuff. Just start. Do a little bit. 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, whatever. Main thing I want to say is meet with your advisor now, not after the fact, when you want to go through and rehash what all went wrong. Schedule that meeting, even if it's a phone call, even if you just talk through what happened during the year. So I've just went over the things that I think will help you. Do those. If you have a question, leave a comment, and thanks for watching.